Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I want to take a little step back into the past because, as you can see what I opened here, around about 2 years ago I uploaded this video about that the fourth paths are being confirmed by KOG, and definitely doesn't feel like 4 years somehow. I don't know about you, but for me it just feels like 3 or 4 years, but oh well, anyway. Today, I want to take a little step back and check about my or maybe your how will this class turn out guesses, and just check how accurate we were with those. I will start first with mine. So for Elsword, maybe I can give here the little character overview. Here we are. Now for Elsword, back then I was a bit unsure what he would become. Back then I said maybe he'll become a paladin or some kind of sun master. Now, I guess I was not really right with the paladin thing. I think Knight Emperor might fit the paladin better than Genesis. I'm not sure about the sun master. I mean, if I go here Elviki Genesis, I'm not 100% sure if I would classify him as a sun master. Yeah, I mean, here it says it's more like a guardian knight who exists solely to protect the El and Elrios, which kind of is an El master. I mean, the El masters are literally there to protect El and Elrios, so yeah, sort of the El. It kind of sounds like El master, but it's not really said that he's an El master. I just take him as one. Now, for Aisha and Rina, I didn't really have a guess. I was actually kind of baffled how Aisha would turn out. Well, now we know. Raven, next one. I thought he would be a dual blader or turn into a full Nasod thing. This, once again, is not exactly right. I mean, the only thing that is dual bladed is his sword. And full Nasod is also not really correct. It's more like Nasod but infected by Altarazia. I wasn't right on that one either. Eve also didn't give any guesses, but Chang, I thought he would become someone who isn't there to protect others because the other 3 chunks were that already. I thought maybe he would turn away from that protection thing and just go for having revenge on demons. Well, I was really far off with that one because the new Chang is everything that this Chang wouldn't be. He's the ultimate master of I'm protecting everyone. Yeah, Ara and Elysis, also no guess by me back then. Ed, a guess I didn't give in the video, but one I had in mind for a long time, is that he might become more like his mother in terms of fighting and maybe have some flower themes, because we know his mom had a lot to do with flowers, so I kind of was like maybe something like Harpe from Grand Chase, Dimensional Chasers. Maybe you know him, he has some flower-based attacks, so I was like, maybe he will have some of those as well. Well, in the end it didn't. It turns out all ads are fighting like his father maybe kind of drove him to, but are different in their mentality on how they view their mother's words. We have Dominator who takes it rather like his mother and says, alright, the past is in the past, and the present is precious for being the present, so I'm gonna make my own present or something. And Mad Paradox is more like, well, you know, my mother said that we should leave the past in the past, but. So not right on that one either. Luciel, I didn't give a guess. Well, next one, Ein. This is interesting. I didn't really get a guess on this one either. I was kind of baffled about what Ein could be, because I thought Herrscher was a fallen angel. Now that we have Begot, I would maybe change that a little and say that Herrscher is an angel that is the embodiment of an absent angel, while Begot is a representation of a fallen angel. Because I have nothing for Labi and Noah, I now have the perfect moment to take your comments and read them and talk about them. And this is gonna be fun. Let's go to the comments. Here. Riot. I'm baffled about your name. So anyway, you had some ideas and I'm now just gonna read them out and act surprised or something, I don't know. Aisha becomes either a dragon mage or a water user like Denif. Well, I guess she didn't really turn out like that. But it's a nice guess though. It really would have been interesting if she would become more like Denif with the dragon theme, but unfortunately not. Well, Rena Beast Tamer or something. That was one I really liked, because I also thought that Rena becoming a Beast Tamer would be really interesting in terms of gameplay wise. Well, I guess that more moved to like Aisha with her little flying things, I guess. Luciel, both become human, Holy Demon Hunter path. Maybe that one is also a really interesting one. I guess it would have been really hard to implement in terms of story. I mean, how do you make a demon and a half demon into humans? And how would you make the Lord of the Demons become the Demon Hunter? So I'd say it sounds better than it actually would be lore-wise, maybe. Ara, more speeds, ain't portals. Perfect. Unfortunately, it didn't quite turn out like that either. Add new owner of Apple, Raven Gogo Power Rangers, and Eve iPhone Queen. Those three are just perfect, and they should implement them in the game as the fifth path. Well then. Was here something? Yeah, maybe Alessis, maybe a paladin like Eltwing or a samurai Ronin. I guess she's not really a Ronin either, or a paladin. Well, I'm also not sure. I guess she's kind of like the good counterpart of Genesis, so someone wrote something for Labi. Some sort of Luciel thing, but it's Labi Nisha. So I suppose you like Labi and Nisha. It's like Lisha Labyrinth combined with Eternity Winner or Radiant Soul, so that Nisha and Labi are present at the same time, which would have been an interesting concept. Well, but I guess in the end it didn't turn out like that either. We also have someone that I thought a little about, Rena getting influenced by the Dark L. So that would have been an interesting story thing to do. The problem I see with that one is that it would have to start in beta for changes, because there's not really exposure to the Dark L before beta. So it would also have been a bit hard to implement story-wise, but I really like the idea of Rena being influenced by the Dark L. Now, who else do we have? Yeah, here we have something. I'm not gonna read that name out for obvious reasons, but Ciel taking over Lu, probably. Maybe the contract between Lu and Ciel somewhat broke. I mean, I also commented that, but that was actually pretty close. I mean, Ciel taking over Lu, it's not as drastic as he is taking her over, but we have Lu just following Ciel while Ciel doing all the stuff, so he's in control now. And maybe the contract between Lu and Ciel somehow broke. I mean, it didn't really break, but we have a new one, which overrode the last one, and so this is actually closer than a lot of guesses the people I've heard make. I think that sentence wasn't entirely correct, but anyway. Yeah, Aisha summon a golem. Unfortunately not, but, well, that is all the stuff that was in my video and under my video. I know this is more like a pretty random video, but this also has to happen from time to time. So, what are your opinions on the fourth paths? I partly like them. I really, really, really dislike Twins Picaro. Maybe I go like from character to character. With Elsword, I'm like normal. It's not something too special for me. Aisha is also like neutral. I like Rena. I like Raven. I dislike Eve. I'm not really a fan of the new Eve, to be honest. For Chang, I'm also like neutral. I guess you can accept him. Or better said, I can accept him, but I don't like his playstyle, so I'm like neutral. Same for Ara. I guess some people like her. I personally don't like her playstyle, but that's just playstyle thing, so alright. Alice's also a neutral. You probably could have implemented her into the game better, because as far as I know, DPS and support wise, she's in a really weird spot right now. Ed, I must say, even if I got a little disappointed with the flower theme, I really, really like Overmind. Luciel de Mercio, I also must say that I like them, not as much as Ed, but I also like them, I can live with them. Then, Rose. Good joke. Ain, Begot, Opferung. he's kind of funny. He's a funny one. He always feels a bit weak, so I'm also like in a neutral state for him. Also, I have seen a Reddit post, which I liked, where someone was arguing that if Bigot's lore is all about destroying the world to get the goddess attention, he shouldn't be a supporter. And I can really understand that because it really doesn't make any sense. Then next one is Labi. As I already said, I really hardly dislike Twins Picaro. I really don't like her. In fact, I hate her. Noah. This is one, we're starting with a good note because this is one I rather like, to be honest. But what are your thoughts on the 4th paths? If you want to, you can always leave them below in the comments. And with that, I thank you for your attention today and see you next time. Bye bye.